Hey, someone's in. Yo, what up, man? I'm going live. How do I say your name? Hadir. Have you got any questions for me, man? I'm just doing a quick live just to help a few people. If you have questions, fire them at me. Something, man. You must know. You must have a question or something. Now's your time, man. Oh yeah, just to make a. Oh. Yo, ask a question, man. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Alright, to bulk up. Easy, man. Easy. Alright, Hadir. To bulk up, right? Simple. Let's start off with nutrition. To bulk up, you need to eat in a calorie surplus. I'm assuming you don't want me to go too science here, so I'll keep it simple. Because if you did, you'll know a lot of my videos. But anyway, how to bulk up quickly, right? This is what you do. Or just bulk up. Nutrition, do 15, so 1-5, times your body weight in pounds. So for example, let's say I'm 200 pounds. I do 15 times 200 equals 3,000, right? So that's 3,000 calories. Now, that's how many calories I need to eat per day to sustain my body weight and keep everything the same. That's what I refer to as some of my videos, a calorie maintenance or caloric maintenance. Now, once you have that number plus 500 calories, this is just a rough estimate, and then that would be 3,500 calories. If you're 500 pounds, or no, not 500 pounds, what the fuck am I talking about? If you're like 150 pounds, you do 150 times 15 plus 500, and that's the calorie surplus. So that's number one when it comes to bulking up. Number two in nutrition is protein intake, right? You don't need as much protein when you're trying to bulk up because you have a lot more other nutrients in your body. Hence why, and also, if you've watched a lot of my other videos, you know that more calories equals more muscle protein synthesis, which is a very important factor when it comes to building muscle mass. So, in simple terms again, when you eat more calories, so when you're bulking, you don't need as much protein. Massive mistake that a lot of skinny guys make is that they eat a lot of lean sources of protein, fills them up a hell of a lot, and they can't gain any weight. Then they come to me and say, why can't I gain any weight? And I'm saying, what foods are you eating? Oh, I'm eating tuna, blah, 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 chicken, all these lean meats. So that brings it to another point. Eat more fattier meats like mince, beef mince, turkey mince, lamb mince, fatty fish, you name it. Stay away from tuna and chicken breast. Not that it's bad for you, but it just doesn't contain so many calories. So number one is get that calorie surplus going. So 15 times your body weight in pounds plus 500. Your protein intake, use 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. So to do that, you do 0.8 grams times 200 if you're as me, and if you're someone else, 0.8 times 150 pounds. Remember that example? So that's protein intake. Now, by the way, I'm like 210 pounds. I'm almost 100 kg now. But I've done a mini cut for 4 weeks. Anyway, 4 days back on track. So nutrition, it goes like this: calories on top, then protein, then carbs and fats. Now, I'm not a big believer in actually tracking carbs and fats when someone's bulking, especially if you're just starting out. The reason being is because some people actually tolerate higher fat or higher carb. I always actually recommend a higher carbohydrate intake, obviously because of performance. Carbohydrates is literally, this is nutrition 101, it's the best for energy production, whereas fats, the body doesn't really prefer for energy production compared to carbohydrates, because when you have glycogen, and glycogen is basically glucose molecules stored in your muscles, that allows for quick energy and therefore also better recovery. So that's just more information on that. But to summarize for you, to make it real simple, in nutrition, get that calorie surplus, eat that amount of calories. Get the protein intake, track those two things with MyFitnessPal or whatever you want to use, with a scale, weigh your food, get a rough estimate, aim for a weight gain of about 1 to 1.5% per month, meaning Yeah, we could say about that. Or again, in simple terms, maybe about 2 to 3 pounds per month, depending on your weight. It gets a bit complicated, but again, maybe 1 to 2% of your body weight in pounds. So again, if I'm 200 pounds, I'd probably aim for a weight gain of 2 pounds per month. And the reason being is because once you start gaining more and more weight, so it goes up and up and up and up, you just start gaining more fat than muscle, and you actually will become less nutrient sensitive, meaning less of the food and the nutrients you're eating is being diverted to muscle growth, in very, very simple terms. So that's nutrition. Now, when it comes to training, it's not simple, but I'll try and make it as simple as possible. So 2 factors are really important. Number one, progressive overload. Okay, you got it, yeah? But I'll just tell you the training stuff. So anyway, number one is progressive overload. Lift more weight over a period of time, meaning add more weight onto on the bar over a period of time. Increase volume or volume load. Let's just refer to it as volume, so the sets times the reps. A very easy way to increase volume is just increasing the sets week after week. So, for example, week 1, you start off with let's say 10 sets per muscle group per week. Say for example, we do a push-pull leg split, we do a push day, pull day, and a leg day. On a push day, we do, let's say, 5 sets for chest, and then the second push day of the week, another 5 sets. That's 10 sets per muscle group per week. Now, that's week 1. Week 2, we do 12 sets per muscle group per week. Week 3, we do 14, and we scale up, add 2 sets per week. Once we get to about 18 sets, most of you are watching this, that would probably be enough, but there is individual differences here, but let's just stick to 18 sets per week. Now, one thing you have to realize is that volume, remember sets times reps, is very important for muscle growth. Hence why you see a lot of powerlifters are probably not as big as bodybuilders over a long period of time, because they're not training for volume, rather they're training for strength. So that's that. Progressive overload, lift more weight gradually over a period of time, and gradually increase volume over a period of time. Now, like I said before, once you gradually increase volume, once you get to like 4 weeks of increasing it, it's probably best to have a deload. And a deload basically just means reducing the intensity, again, thinking weight on a bar. Or as I like to say, if you like to think real geeky terms, it's called a relative load, but let's just call it a weight on a bar. So you drop that, then once you've dropped that, you also drop your volume. Your volume is your sets times your reps. And the reason you're doing this is because when you drop your volume, it's actually helping you to recover from the cumulative fatigue, because volume is related to accumulative fatigue. Whereas the intensity, the weight on a bar, is actually related to the micro tears in the muscle. So if you're lifting it, or like let's say chest press, and then it'll gradually recover from the micro tears. So that's that. So to bulk up, those 4 things: focus on your calories, calorie surplus, focus on your protein intake, and then the other 3 things, or the other 2 things in training: progressive overload, and the last one, increase volume over a period of time. So that's basically how you bulk up in real simple terms. Yeah, so any other questions? Let's use, I don't even know how to work this, man. Right. Ask me questions, peeps. I don't even know who's in it, so if you're watching me, man, start throwing your questions at me. Like any problems you may have. The thing about, here's the topic, the thing that annoys me quite a lot is that, what's a bad connection for? The thing that annoys me quite a lot about fitness and stuff is that a lot of you guys, and it's not disrespectful, you probably don't know what you don't know, and same applies to me, I don't know everything, but a lot of people believe stuff like, people believe that, okay, certain foods spike your glycemic index way more than others, which they're not wrong, but they think, okay, bread spikes your glycemic index way more than, let's say, white potatoes or something like that, right? A lot of people believe these common beliefs that mainstream media puts in your head. So if you're not sure about anything, just ask me questions. I'm here because I want to end this live soon to edit another video on. Well, thank you whoever liked this. What am I editing? I'm editing a video on, what's it? It was one on organic foods, which is coming out, and another one that was quite good actually. I forgot what I edited, man. It was a few days ago. And for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, which you definitely should be. Oops, sorry. Which you definitely should be. I cut my thumb off, man. So this is how my thumb looks. Actually, no, I didn't cut my thumb off. I cut some of my thumb off, but yeah, that's all. Hey, Ivan. Yeah. Give me some questions, bro. If you guys are struggling or anything on how to bulk, or you want to see any videos, I know Ivan, is it Ivan? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. If I haven't said it right, sorry, man, but I know that guy wants, I know you want to see eating challenges, man, but I don't know, I have said I'm doing them and I haven't done them, but I don't see the point in them, man, just eating a lot at once. I mean, I'm fat as, I'm not the leanest, I've been trying to get the shreds in, man, but oh shit. How do I see who's in this chat? Right. Spare me 1 sec. Ah. Evan. Shredded. Papa shredded. Oh, it's funny guy. Even if I'm saying it right, I do apologize if I don't, man. But my bro, anyway, he's been here since like day one. Have you got any questions for me, man? Let's see who's in here. Ooh. Eesh. Oh no, I don't know. How can I see who's in here, man? I can't. That sucks. I must be able to. Let's have a dance party. Whoop whoop. Man, to be honest, I did a mini cut. Shredded. Yeah, I did a mini cut, man. Whoa, I'm not trying to dance anymore. Yeah. So I was doing a mini cut for about 4 days this week, but to be honest with you, as hardcore as I want to sound, it just doesn't make sense because there's junk food around me all the time where I work and at home. So when it comes to long term like dieting, and I was only going to diet for about a month just to cut down. And for those of you who are probably wondering, why would you cut down? Why would you not just bulk and then cut down for the summer? And the reason I do this is because cutting down, it will actually improve your nutrient sensitivity and also your insulin sensitivity as well. Which means when you start bulking again, so let's say I'm 15% body fat now, if I go to 10 and I start bulking again, my muscles will respond a lot better and it will take, it's basically, I hate saying this in simple terms because your body's not that simple, but think of your muscle as being a sponge. It will soak up more than those nutrients. Oh man, here we go, another question. Thank you, Kyle. I haven't seen you in the comment section, Kyle. Anyway, thank you for joining, man. Oh, if we aren't super sore the next day after a session at the gym, did we not work hard enough or not work that muscle group as hard as we should have? Oh man, that's a classic, man. That's a classic, Kyle. Alright, just stay with me here, man. I'm going to explain this to you. So, you need to think of why you get sore, right? So, you get sore because of muscle damage. So, muscle damage will occur if you stretch your muscles at long length. So, let's say you do deficit deadlifts or split squats, so anything where you stretch your muscle at very long length. So let's use one extreme, let's use like a half rep, so like this, and then something where you stretch it like where you use like a bull or a stepper to go even further. That's going to create more muscle damage. And probably the second primary factor that you should know about is when you do it, let's say you do a bicep curl, or I can just use this, and let's say you pull down like that. If you go slow on the eccentric, which is the downward phase of the exercise, that's going to also create more damage. So you might hear people say, oh man, when you do bicep curls, go down really, really, really slowly. Well, that's just going to create more damage. And I'm not sure if you have seen my 26-minute or some insane long video that took me like ages to make. That's really in depth when I talk about how muscle damage, if you haven't caught it already, is how sore you are after the workout. that does not, and I repeat, it does not correlate to muscle growth. So a very classic old bodybuilding myth is that you have to be sore to grow. You absolutely do not have to be sore to grow, and in fact it will impact your performance. If you are very sore, and let's say you train legs Monday and then you have to train it again Thursday, and you're extremely sore, I guarantee you, you will not be able to sustain the performance that you did Monday, and you will do less sets and reps. Now, what does less sets and reps mean? If you were here at the start of the live video, I said sets and reps, talking about volume. And now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that volume is the most important primary factor for muscle growth. Therefore, if you have a lot of muscle damage, if you feel very sore, it's going to impact your muscle growth because you're doing less sets and reps. So, no, you do not need to be sore every workout, and it does not mean you're not getting muscle growth. Good fact, I am barely really ever sore. Seriously, yesterday I trained my legs because I can't really train my upper body yet because of my thumb. But long story short, I did a new exercise. I did good mornings. I stretched my muscles at longer lengths, and I probably went a bit slow on the eccentric, not excessively, but it was also a novel exercise. It was a new exercise that I haven't done in a long period of time, which meant more muscle damage, which meant I was sore the next day. Does that mean my hamstrings are going to definitely grow just because I saw? No. Absolute bodybuilding myth. It's complete bullshit. So I hope that answered your question. Let me just see again if I answered it. Did we not work hard enough or not? No. So yeah. For example, again, if I'm doing the same... Oh, thank you, man. Yeah. So a quick example. If I'm doing the same routine for like 3 months, which I suggest you do, you can change compound exercises up maybe every 3 months. So swap one in, swap one out. For example, if we did legs, we do squats. Let's say back squat. Let's say we did the front squat. Let's say we did the leg press. We do that for 3 months. The next 3 months, we do front squat, back squat, and then maybe hack squat. So we take the leg press out. So the reason you do that is you keep the compound exercises the same. And the reason you do this is because it requires more neural adaptation, so more motor learning. Your brain has to learn these exercises, right? Whereas the isolation exercises, so like the one-arm bicep curl, the one-arm row, all those kind of easy exercises that aren't very complicated, you can change them every month. So that's also why I'm not sore a lot of the time, because I'm not changing my exercises up all the time. Like I said before, it's not a novel stimulus. It's not a new exercise. So that's it, Carl. I hope I answered your question. And if you guys ever do have any more questions for me, please add me on Instagram at Dane Knighton Fitness. Please ask me in direct messenger. And literally, I'm only doing this live, to help people one-on-one, to be honest. Because that's what I just like to do. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but I have that video, what did I put the other day? Don't miss this opportunity, where I put, I'm going to do an Ask Dane show. So literally, it's going to be like this. I'm not sure exactly what format I'm going to do. But I'm going to try to do it live, and literally, I'm going to call you or something like that. And then we're going to speak on the phone. It'll be like in the video. And then you can ask your question literally on the phone, like, Dane, like, I'm struggling with this, blah, 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 and I'll answer it for you. I can literally help you one-to-one. So make sure you guys ask the questions. Use me while you can. So yeah, that's it. I can't see who's in it. I'm guessing it's Kyle and Even. Oh, I hope I'm saying your name right, man. Yeah, any other questions? While you guys thinking of a question, let me bust some myths. So, probably insulin as well, or insulin, however you want to say it. That's probably another bullshit thing of what foods you eat, and people think that, okay, if you eat brown pasta or white pasta, the brown pasta is not going to spike your blood sugar as much as the white pasta, which I've completely debunked so many, like time and time again on so many videos. I made like, I don't know what the title was, about glycemic index is bullshit or something like that. But yeah, the reason being is because, number one, the glycemic index can change day to day of a particular food. It can change from person to person, so that's two. And then literally, like most of the times, like Mars bar and a white potato, like fat and protein can change the glycemic index of a meal. So for people that are saying potatoes have a higher GI than blah blah blah, whichever food, well, not many people just eat a white potato on its own. A lot more people eat a white potato steak or broccoli or something like that, right? So protein and fat content of a meal can change the GI. So that's that. What's another myth? There's so many myths, man. Yeah, just bust these questions at me, man. A lot of the time, like I said before, people don't really know what they don't know, including me, myself. I don't know everything. But, like, people, what do people believe? They're, like, you can speed up your metabolism eating a special food, which, no, that's bullshit. No food will speed up your metabolism at all significantly, because you need to understand your metabolism is made out of 4 factors. Your NEAT level, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Remember the fidgeting, like I say in most of my videos. The TEF, thermic effect of food. How many calories are being burned digesting the food. Your, what's next? The T, so thermic effect of activity. How many calories are being burned during exercise. And the last one, what was it? NEAT, TEF, T. And basal metabolic rate. So how many calories are burnt through literally your internal organs. That kind of stuff. So those 4 factors. Now, if you eat a food, probably the only factor that is going to affect is the thermic effect of food, and maybe how much you move around, which will probably come more into drinks and stuff. So again, protein is probably going to increase it the most because it has the higher thermic effect of food. It requires more calories to be digested. So that's that. There's no like special food that raises your metabolism. Man, I get excited when I talk about these myths. What else? What other myths can we bust? Man, you guys need to ask me these questions, man. I'm just speaking. Alright, here's a question for you guys, actually. How many videos have you two actually watched? Do you guys watch it like all the time or just frequently? Because I know a lot of people, man, they watch my videos, but like I kind of watch them a little bit and they're talking a lot of shit that I kind of literally say in my videos all the time. So yeah, how many videos do you guys actually watch of mine? Because oh, there's a notification. Because I literally, to be honest with you, man, I'm giving like I'm not sure many of you actually know how many videos I've actually made. I think I've made, let's see, 657, probably 660 by the time I edit these 3. So that's 660 videos. Plus I deleted another 150 videos. So what's that? Oh, maths in public, man. 720. So I've created about 820 videos for absolutely free. I don't want anything. I just really want to help people. But people just need to actually watch the whole video. That's all I ask. And then you can learn new information. Hey, Carl, that's it. Question, bro. Let's go. Part 1. Bro, another question. Love it. Oops, I'm shit at this. It just disappeared. 1 sec. Here we go. Bro, another question. And it's to do with pre-workout. I used a few different brands over a period of time to try and just a good pump. And always used... Oh, spare me 1 second. Always... Oh, fuck. Oh, I deleted his messages by accident. Oh, hang on. Just bear me 1 sec. There we go. And always use this. Alright, so you use the pre-workout over a period of time. Just a good pump. And always use the suggested use and even use the above. About the serving size and feel nothing. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, so you've taken pre-workout and basically you haven't had much effect. Okay, cool. So I'm the same. I've probably had pre-workout once or twice. I don't really try different brands. And the reason being is because I don't like relying on pre-workouts usually. But if you ask me, the best pre-workout that I recommend is black coffee or just any caffeinated... Is there something in my teeth? Or any just caffeinated drink. Literally just the caffeine. All the pre-workout really does is it gives you the caffeine and it's got some other stuff in there. Which, to be honest, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not very familiar with the stuff, but it might actually give you a little bit of a better pump, and that's about it. But Like I said in a lot of videos, I don't know if you know my stuff, but the pump does not necessarily also lead to muscle growth. So yeah, is pre-workout worth it? Not really, in my opinion. I mean, for some people it really does help, but do you really want to rely on pre-workout? I don't. I prefer coffee, but that's just me, man. Right, that's part 1. Where's part 2, man? Don't leave me, man. Yeah, so supplements. That while you guys are, man, I'm on a roll, man. I was about to curse there, man. I'm going at it. 4 people, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get your friends in here. Let's have a party. All right, so more supplements, man. More supplements. I was just doing this for a live, but hey, Adil is in there, my bro. If you haven't, why can't I speak, man? I get so excited. If you guys haven't seen or checked out Adil Muscles, he's left a comment. I don't know if you guys can see each other's comments, to be honest. Check this guy out. He's a nice guy. He also does some sciencey shit as well. Alright, so Adil, my bro, do you take creatine? What do you think of it? Good question, man. I used to take creatine. I literally stopped. When did I start? To be honest, man, I barely actually take it. I think it's just like cocaine. I'm joking, man. I've never really done drugs. But anyway, to answer your real question, I don't actually take it, man. But should I probably take it? Probably yes. Do I take it when I'm cutting, which is probably... what's up, Dylan, man? I just saw you took your message off. Sorry, I got distracted again. Should I take it while cutting? Probably no, because of water retention. Bulking? Probably yes. But I do also have dairy foods, which obviously do contain some creatine and obviously red meats, but I don't consume too much red meat. Is it going to affect my performance a lot? Probably not. But for those of you who don't actually know what creatine does, in simple terms, it recycles ATP, so adenine triphosphate, which basically is energy. The fast energy if you're going to do low repetitions in simple terms again. I always try to make this simple. Adil, man, let me know if that helps you. To be honest, man, I'm going to go on a mad one on supplements here in a minute. Mr. Hack Story, man. What's up, man? I've never actually seen you in my comment section. For those of you watching, man, Kyle, I haven't seen you in a comment. Always feel free to leave comments, man. I'm telling you, man, use the help while it's there. Yo, Dane, keep doing this, man. You never know where you'll be in 1 or 2 years. Thank you, man. Actually, I think I know him. Oh, I think I know him, actually. Right. I might know him in person. Yeah, man. That's it, man. I do what I love, man. And then hopefully some people can realize there's actually some people out there that have some knowledge and not just... Here's the thing, man. Here, I'm going to go on a massive rant, man. Here's the thing. Most people follow people, right? Most people follow people on how they look. So you get a lot of people that follow people that are bigger, people that are taking steroids. And I've got nothing against that. They follow bigger people that have a better physique instead of actually following people with a lot of knowledge, right? Because they think, oh, that guy's jacked, that guy's shredded, he must know what he's doing. Like, I've had it a lot. I've had people literally say to me, man, how do you get big arms? Like, no, I don't do anything special. It's just my arm genetics. And they want to have advice for my arms, but they wouldn't want advice for another body part. You know what I'm saying? So, one massive thing for you guys is follow people, like, honestly, follow people that know what they're doing. Don't give a shit on how they look. Okay, maybe follow them. They have to look half decent. They can't be obese. But you get a picture, man. Yeah, man. My voice. Of course I'm not going to stop, man. I've been doing this for 2 years already. Sometimes, though, I'm not going to lie, it does get hard. Oh, that's a good question, man. Talking about creatine, should we take it in cycles? To be honest with you, I have heard people do creatine loading, so when they do it in cycles, you could try it. It could be a good suggestion. Probably what I'll tell you is do what works best for you. Try it, see what's working for you. If it's not working for you, then don't worry about it. But again, man, like, people are so caught up on supplements, man. Like, people need to understand that the supplement industry, and it kind of makes me angry. They just want to make money, man. Like, if I want to throw my phone against this wall. I'm so angry. People don't understand. It's protein powder. It's for convenience. It's the same as having steak. It's literally just makes your oats taste better. You like that one. And then the steak, you're not going to put a steak on your shoe or keep it in your pocket or anything like that. It's supplements, man. Forget about them. Just concentrate on the big picture. They are sometimes useful, but in 1% of people. Alright. Carl, let's go. Let's go, Carl. Putting all bullshit aside, if following a very clean diet and making sure to consume enough protein, will that be enough to grow, or is there plenty more to it all? Alright, following a very clean diet. So, I'm guessing when you mean a clean diet, as in like the quote-unquote good foods, which to be honest with you, I think is bullshit anyway, because a calorie is just a calorie. Important in the context of body composition, so building muscle and losing fat. A calorie is not a calorie when it actually comes to health purposes, because some foods obviously have more nutrients than others. So that's that. Right, that's the clean diet part, and making sure to consume enough protein, would that be enough to grow? Right. To be honest, man, like I said to you before, if you eat enough calories, way too many people really focus on the protein intake. Protein intake, it is important, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people think it's overly important when it comes to muscle growth, especially, like, it comes from like years and years ago where people just eat a shit ton of protein. And the common myth again is that you need to eat clean, bro, all the time, and you need to eat loads and loads of protein. Hence why some people really struggle to gain muscle. And is that all? Man, muscle growth is not too complicated, to be honest with you, man. Honestly, like, I don't know how long have you guys been following me, but it's literally all on my channel. But obviously the whole purpose is to help you here. Like I said before, those 3 factors that you need to have a good weight training program. I really recommend training each muscle group at least twice a week. I'm not saying you can't get muscle growth with training it once per week, which is the typical bro split, but it's a funny feeling, and it's a funny thing that I've seen is that a lot of natural people that train each muscle group at least twice a week have gotten bigger faster than the ones that train it once per week. And let me say this, natural ones and the majority. There are some minority that do get the results, right? And I've made plenty of videos of this, and it's not... Are we back? Yeah, I had a bad connection. It's not just a muscle protein synthetic response or muscle protein synthesis response. It's also motor learning. So if you was to get a bigger bench press and stuff, it requires more neural adaptation. So I don't know many people that bench a lot of weight that aren't taking gear that compress a lot of weight on a bench press that haven't been training for a long period of time. Some people are doing bro splits, but they've been training for 10 to 15 years and they would have got results regardless of what they've probably been doing, because they've been doing it for such a long time. So can you get results by doing the bro split, training each muscle group once per week? Sure. Is it optimal? Is it going to get you to go faster? Probably not. But again, there are many other factors to consider as well, like your recovery, your stress, loads and loads of factors. But muscle growth, yeah. So how many years have you been bodybuilding? So I started, when did I start? I started doing calisthenics, so just bodyweight exercises in my backyard. So pull-ups, dips, push-ups, all of that stuff. What else did I start? Yeah, that's how I started. Then I started adding like weighted vest. Then I started joining a gym. I started liking that. And now I've probably been doing it for about 3 years. And onto that as well, my genetics, they're not bad. They're not really bad. They're not really good. They're probably like maybe average, maybe a little bit over average. I'm not exactly sure. And I don't even like to rate myself like that too much. But anyway, a point I'm trying to make is that I've been training each muscle group at least twice a week, and it's worked well for me. But again, don't just do something that I'm doing, right? And it's important for me to tell you this as a quote-unquote coach or someone that's trying to help people. And I'm just trying to keep it authentic and honest. Is that try and see what works for you. But like I said, in most natural people, the majority of the people, training each muscle group twice a week does work much better, and it'll get you to a goal a lot quicker. So that's that. And train with a full range of motion and the majority of the exercises. Nice, man. Give me some love, man. Ooh, I'm getting shredded. Ah, cramp. Oh, fuck. Do you guys... There's 3 of you in here, man, but I'm still struggling to see who's in here. Do you guys actually like this live stuff? If you like these live streams, let me know and then I'll do more of them. Obviously, I'm going to do more things that will help more people, right? It just makes sense. But if I don't know you guys are liking it, then it's hard for me to know if I should do them. Why am I such a boss? I don't know, man. Thank you, man. I don't know. I was just born like this, man. No, I'm joking. Maybe it's through my education. Maybe it's through reading books like we do. Educating yourself, having a growth mindset, being open-minded to things. Don't know, man. Here's actually a quick thing for... And I'm not... Here's really... This will bring some value for like people that create stuff like Adele Muscle. And people that actually want to grow their YouTube and social media. And one thing I have to say is... Of course, I'm not like a massive person because there'll be millions of people joining this live stream if I was a pro at this stuff. But one thing I am at this stuff is I'm real honest, man. I'm obviously, you can see I'm truthful. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm not a pro at this at all. But one thing I can tell you, when it comes to creating stuff, this is such an important factor, man. Just listen up to this. Be yourself. I know a lot of people that are not themselves and they try to copy other people. They watch other people. And I used to do the exact same because, like, you've probably heard that cliche saying, you become like the 5 people that you're around with the most of the time, which I believe in. But a lot of people watch YouTube videos and they literally become like the people they watch. And to an extent, that's okay. But to another extent, like, I've seen some channels, they literally rehashing another personality. Like, you won't find someone like me on YouTube at all. Because I don't really watch too many people and I don't copy what people do. Because they can just go and watch that guy that's already big. So be yourself. People will actually watch you for who you really are. And like if you guys don't know this guy called Gary Vaynerchuk, which I know Adele Muscle knows him, but he's really good at business, social media stuff. Yeah, he's always saying be your truth in the long game. That's how I got to his name. He always says that in the long game you'll win that way. And that's just like in life, man. Like, what I've experienced is that even in my job, like, I speak to loads and loads of people and you just have to be honest. You can be honest in a nice way. You can be truthful. And that's that, man. Just literally be yourself. Don't be anyone. If some people doesn't like you, like, I've had a lot of like hate comments and stuff, but like, I think I've had quite a lot now that I don't really give a shit anymore. I think I got to that point. Maybe you need to get to that point, but yeah, that's that. There's only one person left in here, so I don't know who else is in here, man. I don't want to leave you in here. I'm probably going to post this on YouTube. I honestly wasn't... I think the title of this thing was... The title of the live stream was something like Ask Me Anything or What Do You Want? I forgot, but I'll change that to something that maybe this could help more people. I wasn't actually planning on... I wasn't actually planning on publishing this, but I might as well anyway. What book am I reading? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, by the way... Oh, fuck, no one's even in here. I want to answer this to myself anyway. By the way, if you guys don't read books, you guys are retarded anyway. You should be reading. What books am I reading, man? I'm reading The Female Brain. I'm reading Money by Rob Moore. And then I'll tell you some recent books that I've read. The Science of Success by Eric Barker. That wasn't the best. Which one have I read lately? Man, I haven't been reading a lot, man. I've been working a lot. But probably I've got a lot of ones that I bought. Oh, I started listening to The History of Mankind by or yeah, the history of mankind, and it was Sapiens by some guy. And then probably the next ones I'm gonna read is Ray Dalio Principles. Yeah, man. Just consistency, man. Fuck. That's all it is. That's the message to myself. Because no one's even in here, I don't think. And literally it is. A lot of the stuff I'm actually speaking to myself, I think, if you guys are watching this after. A lot of literally a lot of the stuff I say in my YouTube stuff is actually to myself as well. Like when I say stay positive, stay smiling, and I'll see you in the next one, it's actually probably priming my brain subconsciously to do that. If you guys are in it, can you let me know? Because it says no one's in here and I don't know if someone's in here. And I don't want to leave anyone unturned. Fuck, Adil's in here. What the hell, man? My thing's messed up. Shit, invincible. Hey. Shit, man. Alright. Adil, question for you. Let's speak over this live chat thing, actually. Yeah, that's the hustle camp. Right there. That's the creation. And then it goes on this thing. Where are you still here? Right. Question for you. Fuck, what was the question? What's the question actually? I forgot what question it was, but what book are you reading at the moment? Or books? And then while you type that, he's like, man, this is probably the highlight of the video. It's not even about fitness, but I probably should keep it to fitness as well, because, you know, I don't want to go out of fitness. But anyway, the book that literally changed how my brain thinks, like literally rewired me from kind of the mainstream thing, which I'm not totally against it, but in a way I don't think is what I ideally want in life. But anyway, the book that changed it all, the best 50p or £1 that I spend, and it's 50p now in my life. Like 50p, man, is better than a sweet, a chocolate, anything, better than any instant gratification. It's this. Literally this. Write this down, whoever's watching this, man. It's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Type that in Google, read this book, 50p, man. If you can't spend that, you're fucked up. Seriously. Like, you're absolutely messed up in the head. In fact, I don't even know why people don't really read anyway. Yeah, sure, Gary Vee doesn't read. Gary Vaynerchuk, even though he's a great guy, he doesn't read. But unfortunately, not everyone's actually born like that. Not everyone's wired like that. Not everyone's had the same life experiences as he. Like, not that he's lucky, but we all have different life experiences, and therefore we actually molded that way. Like, I've had like not social anxiety. I've had anxiety, so now I'm wired to overcome it. Now I'm like extremely more sociable, and like I don't drink when I go to the nightclub. I just dance. I make myself look stupid. I don't give a shit. So yeah, this is how you've been brought up. It's massive parenthood. Alright, anyway. So yeah, reading books is important, I think. I'm reading Expert Seekers. Oh yeah, I saw that book. Yeah, that's actually one I've always wanted to get. Yeah, that's interesting. Law of Attraction, man. Fuck that shit. No, I'm joking. I'll explain what I mean. But alright, just lag there. So the Law of Attraction, basically I said fuck that shit. So anyway, I bought that book by The Secret, so I thought that was about gratitude and happiness, stuff like that, but I turned it off in the first hour or something. But anyway, do I believe in it? Yes or no? As probably you know in freaking science and building muscle, it's never black or white, yes or no. But, and that's just life anyway, but getting to the point, I believe in, I don't, because if you keep saying to yourself, and like in that Think and Grow Rich, literally I'm sure you know that subconsciously what you think is all these little bad words, and like I've been taking like pills and shit for my acne and stuff, and it kind of suppresses your mood, and like I've been like saying like really like the talk in your head is fucking the talk in your head is insane, man. It's like bad shit. But anyway, so that way, like, if you actually always think, like, ever since I've started my YouTube thing, my online stuff, I've literally always thought, like, no lie, this is no lie. There's not been one day in my single life since I started this YouTube channel that I had not thought about this. I've thought about this every single day of my life. Whether I posted something or not, it's always on my mind. So, yeah, I do think of it. It works in some way. But, like I'm sure you know, man, you have to hustle your ass off. You have to work, and you just have to do like the opposite that no one's willing to do. Same as in fitness. And, like, people that are interested in business, it's the exact same thing in fitness, but somehow my brain still hasn't actually got that message, which I don't know why, because I guess I'm impatient. But literally in fitness, it's taken me 3 years to get a physique that I'm happy with. Of course, I'm not going to stop, but I'm real happy with it. I'm good with it. And then literally now, the business I've probably been doing, or my social media, I've been doing this for 2 years now. And then you start to get impatient, but you need to understand it's like your body. It's just consistency over a period of time. And yeah, so I'm very big. I don't know if you've actually read it. The book by, what's it called? As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. He's literally saying you become what you think about, really. And I'm massive on it, because I'm sure you know, like, if you surround yourself, especially like your parents, if they have a bad relationship with money, with finance, and they don't believe that they should be wealthy, then it's very hard to get out of that. Even myself, like subconsciously, even in some areas, it's very hard to get myself out of it, because your parenthood, and I believe, has a lot to do with it. And one thing I have to mention though is this: I'm not saying I've got really bad parents. I don't. I love them, because my mum watches my videos sometimes. So just now I make my mum cry. I love you. But yeah, it's not. I don't believe it's total bullshit, man. I believe there's some truth to it, but like, you know, work, man. Literally in life, I think if you do what other people do, you're gonna be the same. If you do what other people are not willing to do, you will not be the same, and you will get where you want to get. Success, it literally comes through daily actions, for every single minute, through me picking up this phone, doing a live stream, through me after this live stream, probably watching something on my phone, and then going on the computer editing something, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's just, oh, that's a big question, man. That's because I know you're religious yourself. To be honest, man, it's a topic I absolutely hate talking about. Not that I'm against any religion, no, not at all. I used to be Christian, or my family used to be, and then they kind of forced me into it. I guess that kind of happens, not in a bad way, but that's how, obviously, as I've been brought up. They're Christian, so I become Christian. But as soon as my grandma and grandfather died, I wasn't Christian again. So yeah, that's that. And then the reason I don't really like talking about it is because it's a very not a proactive conversation, I say to a lot of people, because some people, and it's a belief. So like you said, do I believe in religion or thought? Sorry. So some people would say belief, right? So a lot of people, they don't change their beliefs because they've been brought up that way for, let's say, probably in your case, I'm not sure how old you are, man, like 18 or 19, same age as me almost. But yeah, so like that, the 20 years, some of you are probably older, and you've believed the same thing over and over again. It's probably incredibly hard, maybe even impossible, man, to change your belief that this religion there's something a bit wrong with it. There's stuff not wrong. I don't like using the word wrong, but maybe not optimal. And yeah, it's not a very proactive conversation at all. I avoid it most of the time. I like to speak to things. Oh, nice, yeah. I like to speak things that can get me in the future, not so much and talk things in the past that's not going to bring any value to anyone. But yeah, man, I respect everyone, whatever religion, whatever sexuality they are, obviously. I don't discriminate against that. And that's a big lesson I learned from my acne. I've still got some, man, don't get me wrong. I'm sure you can see in some videos, but that's a video coming soon and how it's affected me. So yeah, man. And also some guy, yeah, man. I don't know if you've read. It's a book called by Carol Dweck, Growth Mindset. I'm guessing you've read this, maybe. But anyway, yeah, it's just about having a growth mindset. But literally, that book, I turned it off halfway through because I got the point. It's about just having a growth mindset and having open loop thinking, which is from another book that I highly recommend, man. This was also kind of a game changer, which I might have to revisit. It's called Black Box Thinking. Black Box Thinking. Really recommend that. Yeah. Whew. Bulk mode. Let me see. What can I ask you to do? It's actually hard to ask people questions when you're actually doing a live stream. Shit. Alright, here's a question. What's the question for you? Yeah, actually, how did you start fitness? And while he's typing back, but this is annoying, man. I can't see who's in it. It says 0 people are in here. Wow, I can't even see who's in here. I'm great at this, aren't I? Huh. Fuck. Alright, man. Just look at my face, man. And I'm not saying one person's in here. Just look at my beautiful face. No, I'm joking. That's also another thing, actually. I can talk forever, man. That's one thing I want to do is public speaking. In a long term, probably, man. But for now, we'll do this. But anyway, it's ego, man. My teeth look weird. I got shark teeth. Yeah, so ego. So a lot of people, especially a lot of young people, and I'm certainly not old myself, but I always try to stay humble and always realize that someone's going to be better at you than something. So never try and get big-headed, but at the same time, don't think, oh, it's better than me. What's the point of trying? Just do your best. Cliche saying again, compare yourself to yourself. But feel free to compare yourself to others to motivate you, to get inspired, to keep going. I do that all the time. I say, well, if he can lift that, I can lift that too. That's fine. But up to a point, it becomes detrimental. Because I know a lot of young people, they lift some weight. And I spoke to a lot of young people. They lift weight. They think, oh, man, like, yeah. And I used to be the same when I first started. Like, yeah, man, I just lifted this fucking weight. And they think they're the bee's knees. But they walk into another gym with some massive guys, and then their ego gets demolished. So ego, man, is massive, especially in young people and older people, don't get me wrong. As a kid, I always wanted a six-pack, as all kids do. Lol, yeah, same. I started the same, man. The fat burning fuel. Yeah, man. Get that. Oh, what was it called? Afterburn effect. That's it. Afterburn effect. In that little like room with the what's it called, wooden flooring, plants and shit. I remember that. And then, oh fuck, this guy's advice was awful. Some bullshit advice as well. Oh, I did the same, man. I cut carbs. At one point I was just eating literally green beans, broccoli, and just white meat. So it would be like turkey steaks and then chicken. That's also 4 foods, man. And then I'd have a cheat day, and then I'm not even exaggerating, man. I'll do like a 10,000 calorie challenge on cheat day, and then I'll just fuck up my whole diet the whole week. So yeah, got nowhere with that. That's it, man. Oh shit, that's the whole process. Knowledge, and knowledge is not power. Ever, if there's anyone else in here, it's definitely not power at all, because you got to put action to it, which is a massive problem with most people, and it was for me. All I did was read and then I did no work, no action, which meant it's useless. Don't make me sad. That's so weird, man. Saying no one's in here and he's commenting on this. What the hell? Fuck. Yeah, me too, man. I'm gonna. I can't really tell you what I'm gonna do next because it'll be inappropriate, but yeah, man. I'm gonna post on Instagram too now, and stay positive, stay smiling, man. Educate yourself, Adil. We got this, man. Stay shredded. I'm joking. I'll see you in the I won't see you in the next one. Actually, yeah, we will, man. We'll talk soon, man. Actually, my phone's fine. I don't know how to end this, do I?